I've got a presentation. It's got some slides on it, and I will go ahead and share my screen. And then what we'll do at the end is we'll have a little bit of a Q&A, and I'll be able to answer any questions that you have. So please take notes. This is going to be super impactful for you, and it is my true calling and belief, and here we go. So bear with me. When I do go into Zoom and my PowerPoint presentation, it doesn't allow me to play it, so you might be able to see my slides on the side, but you know, that's how it goes. So here we go.
Okay.
Let's go up here. And Carol, are you recording?
I am. I just pushed the button, so
thank you.
We're good.
All right. So can y'all see my screen? Okay, perfect. And can you hear me okay? Excellent. Okay, so this is my big profit strategy. This is my belief on what we're missing in the world. And so just so you know, this presentation does have a theme. We're going to talk about the 5 W's and an H, and then I'm going to share some secret strategies with you at the end. So what I thought I'd do is give you my favorite line. So every decision in your business is a money decision. So let's make it a great one, right? Let's make great money decisions. And the formula that I use for this is creating a plan. So why is this important? Right now, we're experiencing the 5 biggest small business concerns all in one time. This was published in January of 2020, and several organizations had put the same pieces out there. So what are the biggest challenges that small business face and the fears that they have? And the first one is the economic downturn. We're here, we're feeling it. The second one that they face is not attracting enough customers, and they're constantly trying to find different paths and ways to do this. The third biggest concern that we're facing in the economy today, or in the world as business owners, is cybersecurity. And if you remember, at least the last 2 years, there have been so many companies out there that are risking your personal information. Now, that's not a play that I play on, but I thought it was really important to share honestly with you the top 5 biggest concerns small business owners have. The fourth one that we have out there that is the biggest concern is cash flow management. And cash flow management is understanding your money and making sure your money is flowing and flexible, and you have enough money to be able to run your business in the most profitable way. And then the 5th biggest concern out there is missed opportunities. And I think missed opportunities is an important one, because opportunities only come to those that are truly prepared. And when you're prepared, then those opportunities present themselves and you're able to take them. So having that strength and that financial piece attached to your business and being prepared for the opportunities that come, that's what people fear the most. So I'm sure we're all feeling a little bit of this right now with the economic downturn and the craziness that's going on. You know, the stock market took a huge tumble in the beginning of the year, and then it's consistently gone down. It's gone up a little bit, it's gone down. But we also have the business economic downturn. We've all had to shut our doors, and my goodness, I don't think ever in our economic world, our business world, even in the last 100 years, I don't think we've ever experienced this kind of situation where we've been forced to close down and shut down. And many of us have not been prepared for that. So with all of these fears and worries now in reality, as a small business owner, I feel it's imperative that you take a look at your business and prepare for the new reality that's coming. And I hope you agree. So I'm Marcia Riner. I'm a financial business strategist, and I'm a fractional chief financial officer for small business owners. And what the chief financial officer does is they oversee the economic strategies and the financial strategies that business owners face. And as a small business owner, you often don't have the opportunity to hire a full-time CFO on your business. And so what we do, or what I do, is I come in and I'm there as a project base, as a partner, as a part-time. And you're not having to pay me the full 180,000 that most CFOs are collecting today. So I'm also the CEO of Bella Financial Group, and that's my business. It's been in business as Bella Financial Group since 2017, but I've got 22 years experience as a small business owner, and I've run 3 companies, and I come from a family of business owners. So I've got a little bit of experience as a business owner, and I think that I can see those challenges and those gaps that business owners face. And I've come to terms with a lot of my education, a lot of my studying, to find ways that we can shrink those gaps and close those gaps. I'm also the author, as Carol had mentioned, of Big Profit Secrets Exposed. It's my book that I created off of a lot of my podcast talks. And it gives 5 strategies on ways to increase your income in business. And these are unusual and unique ways. They're not the traditional ways in it. And I've stolen some ideas from the banking investment world, not the investing strategies, but the pieces that correlated to business owners. And then in that book, I also have 5 strategic spending strategies. So these are strategies that I believe that every single dollar that you spend in your business must return, have a return on that investment, or called an ROI. So these strategies are, they've been really helpful with my clients that I work with. And I've turned some really super successful stories out of using these strategies. One quick story is I had a chiropractor that was in business for another doctor for about 10 years, and she decided to go out on her own. And so we built a plan and strategy, and by using the pieces that we put in place, she over exceeded her growth plan by like 6 times. So we thought that she was going to do okay in the first 7 months of her business. And this is door opening to the end of her year. She produced $500,000 worth of business income just off the get-go. Now that's not normal, but we executed a lot of the plans that we thought. She was a real go-getter. She had a small following, not a huge following, but we implemented some of these ideas. So it was really powerful stuff. And then finally, I'm the host of Profit with a Plan, and it's my weekly podcast. It actually goes out every Tuesday, and I have guests that come on. And then if I don't have a guest, I share some of my own wisdom in there. But most of the time I have guests, and we talk about all different ideas to help you become more profitable. It's only about a half hour, and I would encourage you to check it out, register for it or subscribe for it, and then listen to it. You can do it while you're doing other things, which is great. And then we always have videos too. So there's a double whammy on it. So I hope that brings a little bit of me into you, and why I think that I've got the right to talk about planning. As a CFO and CFP, that's a certified financial planner, the certified financial planner designation gave me some tools on how to plan with your money. A lot of it was personal, but then as I shifted over several years ago into business, I started again taking those strategies and looking at ways that I could plan for business owners to help them put those strategies in place so they could be more profitable. So let's talk a little bit about what a big profit strategy is. And I want to give you a little bit of foundation for this. So I talk about business planning. And if you go back to a business plan, oftentimes it's done once a year. It's done as a sales goal if you're in corporate life. And then it's parked on the shelf and it's put away and it never gets looked at again. And then at the next year, you pull it out and you go, oh, I guess I got to create my business plan again. Or you come out and you've got to get some financing and you pull it out. So I'm here to talk about how this little used, often forgotten tool can hugely impact your business. And I want to talk about how it is and what it is. And so that big profit strategy is really truly 8 plans in one. It is your value statement, which is everything you do. And in that value statement, you're talking about why you do what you do, who you do it for, what ideas you're doing, how you separate from the competition, how you can add tremendous value and price you're offering. So it really digs into that everything you do value statement. The second plan is it's your financial plan. And that's everything that involves money. And if we go back to my first statement, every decision you make in your decision is a money decision. So you better make a good one, right? So if you create a financial plan, that financial plan is going to have pieces on where you are today and where you want to go, and all the tools and assets financially you have in your business to help you get there. The third level of the plan is an organizational chart. And this involves everything on how you do your business. Is this starting to make sense for you? Are you starting to feel these kind of pieces that you know you've done a little bit here and a little bit there, but now we're putting it all together? So that organizational chart, it's going to have your pieces on how you deliver your product. It's going to talk about how you put everything together, who's going to deliver it, how it's going to be delivered, how your company runs. There's so many factors on this. Then the fourth plan inside of this plan is called a sales strategy. And this is everything from your lead to your follow-up. This is talking about how you get your clients in, or your potential clients in, and how their journey through your business they're going to experience. And if you have it in a plan, then it becomes a consistent, duplicatable process. Then number 5 is the marketing directive. And your marketing directive is everything on how you get and keep your customers. Because if you, as Carol mentioned, if you're not marketing and you're not doing anything, you're going to be the best kept secret in the world, and you're never going to make any money because nobody knows about you. So Peter Drucker said that there are really only 2 things in business that generate income: innovation and marketing. Everything else is a cost. Now, those costs can generate income if you do it properly, and that's part of my technique that I use. But if those 2 things in innovating and marketing are so high and so impactful, you've got to have a marketing directive. And that, again, is taking bits from your value statement. It's taking bits from your financial statement. It's taking how you do it and how you plan to sell. And it's putting it into a strategy that you can use in your business to make sure that your marketing is returning a 3 times minimum return on your investment. Now, that never happens right out of the gate. But if you do all the pieces right in a short period of time, you could achieve those goals of having your marketing return investments for you and bring customers to you. So the 6th plan is team building. Team building is making sure that you've got everyone on your team to help you get everything done. Now, these are teams inside your business and teams that support your business. So these could be your employees, they could be your contractors, they could also be your advisors. And in your business, there are so many things that you can be doing. We wear a lot of hats, right? Especially as an entrepreneur. We could be wearing 20 different hats every day of the week. But your job in understanding the team is what is your highest impact that you're going to have in your business. Then hire out the rest. So hiring is the right thing to do, and having a strategy around that is the important part. Then, of course, number 7 is your growth plan. Having a growth plan is so important, because how do you know where you're trying to drive your business coming down the road? Is that making sense? If you have everything of your dreams and you lay it out, we can reverse engineer that beautiful picture at the end of the road with all the steps that you need to take every single day to achieve that goal. And obviously, number 8, this big profit strategy is your exact steps. It's your roadmap. It's everything that you need to be doing in your business without second guessing, without stressing, without driving yourself crazy. This is everything that you need to have so you know where to go to get that growth plan going. This is good stuff so far? Love it. Thank you so much. All right, so let's talk about the 5 C's of planning. And I think this is really important because when you have your strategy in place, you're going to create clarity in your mind. And you're not going to go after, I use this term often, chasing squirrels. We have so many shiny objects and so many new paths that are presented to us on a regular basis. If you know the direction that you're going to take and you know and you've got a solid plan, then you're not chasing squirrels anymore. You're not going to the left and going to the right. You're not wasting valuable money. You're not wasting valuable hours. And you're not making poor decisions. So that clarity is super important. And then because we're business owners, we got into business for a certain reason. We like to control the situation we're in. And there's so many variables out there that we cannot control, like the stock market, like how our employees act, how our customers respond. We can control a lot of that. But what it really allows you to do is to control your business. I'm a firm believer that we should not be reacting. And when we react, we're out there putting out fires and we're chasing directions and we're going here and going there. If you can control and have a plan, then you can be proactive and you can lead your business instead of having your business lead you. And when you're in control, you can take charge of your business, you can take charge of the direction. Communication is the third one. And if you have a strategy, you can clearly communicate with your ideal customer what you hope to achieve with them. You can communicate with your staff and your team to get everybody down the same path and going towards the same goal. Finally, your community. When you're able to have clarity and control and be able to communicate, that community will be drawn to you, right? And this community will also be the people you work with and the people you want to work with. Now, finally, the conversion. Again, we're not in business to just be in business. We're in business to make money. So you've got to be able to convert your clients and make sales. So having this strategy will help you convert. Good stuff, right? Okay, so one last piece about what a big profit strategy is. Again, I believe that there are 5 pillars to every business plan. And so we work in these pieces together. Your foundation is your financials. You really absolutely have to know your numbers. You have to understand what you're working with and also what you need to make it grow forward. So if you know where you are today, and that means having a clear financial plan, that financial plan is understanding your financial statements, and it's understanding your budget. Budget's not a diet. A budget is simply a review of your current spending and a projection of how that spending is going to impact your business. And again, it's control. So your financials are your foundation. And so when I work with my clients, we spend a lot of time on building that foundation first, because if you try and put things on top of it and you don't understand your money, your business house is going to fall over and collapse. So that foundation is very important. Then we look to your organization. Your organization is all the pieces of how your business comes together. Who's doing what? How's it being delivered? What is the piece that's being delivered? Who is your ideal client? These are all pieces that stack on top of each other. What's your financial business model? Are you a corporation? Are you a sole proprietor? Are you taking advantage of opportunities that an organization can have over an individual person doing the business? You can still be one person and be an organization or a corporation. And I think that these pieces are essential for what you're doing. Then we talk about the product. So now we've got the financial wherewithal, we've got the structure around it of the organization. Now we talk about your product. Mostly I work with service-based professionals. I don't like to do accounting on cost basis and widgets. Drives me crazy. So even if you're selling a product, like I met a gentleman yesterday that has a hat, and he had some nose surgery done, and he wears glasses when he's working on his clients. And he created a little snap that holds his glasses to his hat. So when he leans forward, the glasses don't fall off and it doesn't cause pressure on his face. So we started to talk about his product and how it helps. But when you understand how that product comes together, you can then be able to develop and create plans and strategies. So it's truly understanding your product or your service. If you're a coach or consultant, then having your service be that product, you have to understand what you deliver, who you deliver it to, how you deliver it, and all of the pieces in there. And this is an important part of your pillar. So again, financials, organizational, product. Now, again, if you don't have marketing, you're the best kept secret in the world. And so how do you tell the world what you offer and be attractive to them? And I learned the other day that there are two types of marketing. There is push marketing and pull marketing. And so you need to have a combination of both, marketing that you're pushing out and marketing that you're pulling people into you. So having that plan and strategy and understanding the pieces is in your plan will allow you to market more effectively. Sound good? And then with all of this, we're trying to figure out where the heck you're going. So if you don't know what that vision is, and that vision shouldn't be 100 years down the road, ideally I work in 5, 3, and 1 year plans. And the sweet spot is truly that 3-year plan. So if we can stack a 3-year strategy and then stack 1-year strategies below it and stack quarterly strategies under that and monthly strategies under that, you're starting to see a picture. I can even get down to everything you need to do each day so you can achieve your goal. But if you're not working your business plan, you're just reacting through business. So let's talk about where you're going to use this plan for. So when we're talking, or when we're going to use this plan for, so when we're talking about when you use this plan, we've talked a lot about how you would use this plan. You're going to plan for changes. As the economy goes, nobody has us in a straight line doing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing a little shift to the left and a little shift to the right. We're dancing, we're going forward, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It is a beautiful dance. So with this, you have to be able to know the direction and when we're using these. So you're going to use these to track your success. Because again, how do you know where you want to go if you don't know where you are? And so tracking those shifts are super important. You're going to make those shifts. So again, we're going to take that step to the right or take that step to the left. We can find more customers by relaying to this strategy. And obviously, we want to make more money. So when is the right time to do your plan? Ideally, it's good to do it in the beginning of your year, but any time is a great time to do your business plan. I would say even now, and more importantly, now with all the changes that we've got facing in the world today, with the new normal or the new abnormal, we've got to make those shifts and plans. So I would encourage you to do it anytime, do it often, and do it right now. So, okay, so let's go on. Where else are you going to use your business plan? So this business plan is not only for you. This business plan is used when you want to go get loans or financing. PPP required some information that you would have had on your business plan to go apply for the PPP. You're going to use this business strategy with your advisors. Now, these advisors are your CPA, they're your financial officer, they're your marketing officer, they're your accountant team, they're your directional team, your hiring team. All of these people you're going to have are going to need to see this plan. So if you can articulate your plan and you have it in a clean, laid out strategy, you can use this plan with all of these people. So also another piece, I feel that even if you are a single person in your business, you should never be alone. You're not an island. So you may have joint venture partners that you're going to work with on a project or a tool that you have coming up, or maybe a direction that you want to take. And if you have your business plan available, you can share your dreams and your goals and your strategies with your partners so they can buy in for you. And then finally, there's a little one in the back corner called your exit plan. You are in business to make money. You put your blood, sweat, and tears and a whole ton of hours and money into your business. I hope you're not planning to just walk away and close doors one day. If you design your business in a profitable way, someone's going to want to pick it up and take it off your hands eventually. It could be short term, it could be long term. It could be when you retire, you want to bring someone in to continue your message and your word. If you have a business plan, this tells you exactly how you've been working your business and how someone can come in and take it over for you and pay you for it. Money, money, money. It's all about the money. Now, obviously, that money comes behind your calling and your doing, but you're in business for money. So you can use this plan for every strategy. All right, so I'm going to share with you, if it's all right, I'm going to over deliver. I'm going to share with you 3 of my strategies. Part of my value statement is to give, and give before I ask. So I want to share with you how I give. And I've got some strategies for you here. And if my Zoom worked while I was still recording, then you would see them pop up nicely. But you're going to see them all out, so no big surprises. So my first strategy, and again, everything comes on. Here's my repeated statement. Every decision you make in your business involves money, right? And every money decision can be made with a solid financial business plan and the right decisions and the successful decisions for that. So my first strategy that I want to share with you is my value-based marketing. And again, because this is, I'm a marketer by interest and desire. It's like my second calling because it's so important to business. But I am not a professional marketer. It's something that I'm always pulling in, and I'm always talking to my clients about marketing. We talk about big picture strategy and what they want to achieve, and then we bring in the professional. You shouldn't be doing your own marketing. We bring in the professional to help us execute that strategy, to write copy, to execute the plans, to put you in the right place. But having the understanding of value marketing, this is where you're going to be able to step ahead. So like now, in times like this, it's even more important than before for you to have good marketing. Your customers are watching you. They're watching how you react in business and what that business represents and what kind of person you are in business. And since people are living right now in that fearful mode, it's even more important for us to be of value to our customers. So there's 2 types of marketing. Again, remember the push and the pull. I think that this is a pull type marketing, that if you're offering tremendous value to your customers in that give mentality before you ask, they're going to appreciate you so much more because you're providing extra value to your customers. And through that, they're going to find more ways of seeing you, and seeing you in that giving nature. They're going to come to you because you gave in a time when they needed, right? Just like what Carol's doing right now by pulling all of us together to give to our community value, tremendous value, the best stuff. This isn't the kind of stuff that you say, oh, here's a little teaser, but you got to come inside my community to get it next time. This is real, honest value that if you take this and put this into your business tomorrow, today, you're going to start feeling the impact and a positive impact on it. And I think that this is the biggest strategy that we can do in times, especially like this, to just give. And don't always sell. Think about how you are. I watch a gal, her name's Molly Mahoney. She's incredible on the in the video marketing and adding value. So many of her videos are about her turtle, about her kids, about her joy in life, but she's still offering value, and she's getting you to know, like, and trust her in a way that you want to do business with her because you become a friend. So don't always sell in your marketing. Offer insights into who and what you are and what you do. And your clients will get to know you and start liking you. And then because you're adding value, they start to trust you. They're going to start throwing their credit cards at you very soon, right? All right. How about offer 2, right? Or strategy 2. With the new economy that we're in, it's even more important for you to create an online offer. Even if you are a brick and mortar, again, my chiropractor, we put her in pieces where she could start doing exercise strategies. She started talking about healthy living. She started offering pain management pieces. She would give you consulting during a call. Now, she couldn't lay her hands on you and adjust you until she opened back up, but she did get a chance to open up early because she's a necessity. But how she offered additional services online to encourage her customers and potential customers to start to experience her without coming into her office. In this new world, we have to have an online offer. It's absolutely necessary. And I would suggest an idea for that online offer would be something that you always take your clients through in the foundation of your client journey. With me, it's a business strategy. It's setting up the plan. A lot of my techniques and tactics and strategies, I do one-on-one with my clients because each business is a little different. But the foundation of the business plan is something that I can do in an online program, which I actually do, but we'll share that in a minute. But having an online program, an online offer, something of big value that you can offer at a little price is going to be so important for you to attract clients, to offer value, and to make money when you don't have to be available. One of my tactics in my book is to create mini yous, mini me's, multiply yourself. And if you create an online offer, you can be in many places at the same time while you're doing something else, because you're creating an evergreen product that will allow you to make money while you're sleeping. And isn't that a wonderful goal to have? So I encourage you to make an online offer. And it's super easy in now in times. I use Clickfunnels. They've got all the solutions and pieces on there. There are plenty of other programs and webinar-based programs that you can create that are simple and super easy to use. Then you just create a lead magnet or a landing page that they can be attracted to, and then they go about this all by themselves. Super easy. I'm here to help if you want some of the ideas that I use, but I think it's a marvelous tool for you in this time in this economy. My final secret, friends, is number 3, and it's reevaluating your game plan. Like I mentioned before, it's not a straight path. It's a curvy, bumpy, turnaround world that we're in as business owners. And I like to say that it's times are changing. You have to innovate. You always have to be moving. You cannot be stagnant. As for your web page, mine, I'm guilty. I'm working on it, but it's got to be fluid and moving and update. You have to do that with your business plan as well. It may be your industry, it may be your customer changing, it may be your service that needs to change, but it's time to reevaluate that. It also allows you to get ahead of the curve and again, take control over your business and your customers. Your customers look to you for the strength. And if you can reevaluate that plan and be there for them in times of need, you're going to be the shining star that they come looking for. It's also time to try something different to support this new way of life, like making your offer and adding the value marketing. And it's time to be flexible and innovative. And it's time to reevaluate your business and your business plan. I didn't say take a 180 turn or stand on your head, but little shifts and tactics that you can do to be more visible, to be more needed by your client, and to be more supportive for them. And then announce your new reevaluated plan in all of your marketing. Get out there, do little videos, follow Molly, find ways of being out there. So what's next? I know we're running to, it's a big, huge topic. I love what I do, so I talk all about it. But I wanted to offer you something free. I've created 10 easy ways, and these are just tactics that I use and strategies that I use, and I want to offer this to you for free. It's 10 easy ways to build more business income. And you can find that, it's free, at bigprofitstrategy.com. Now it's double deal day, right? Because it's Tuesday. Tuesday is double up, right? So I'm also offering you a free strategy call. And if you take that free strategy call, this report comes your way, and it's all free. During my strategy calls, I do not sell. I come in with my heart, and I ask you to come to me with one challenge you're facing, and I help to either eliminate it or drastically improve it. So I don't sell in that strategy call. So that's my double do today. I thank you. And here's my information. Marcia Riner, financial business strategist. It's all on there if you want to take a quick picture. And I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And I'll make sure that it's all in the chat box, and Carol has it too.
Right. Oh my goodness. Wow. All I can say, Marcia, is wow, wow, and wow. Yeah, this was just amazing. And I just feel like it's perfect timing too, Marcia, especially with, you know, our world being turned upside down 2 months ago. And we are living in a new economy, a new world, and we have to, you know, adapt, innovate, and really start transforming our businesses in new directions. And I mean, I took so many massive notes, even though I know this is recorded, just because I love this stuff. I can just eat it up. And I know I personally love to learn. And I know I'm in business for a reason, to fulfill my passion. And I know everyone else on this call is passionate about what they do as well. And now we get to open this up for Q&A and some hot seat coaching with Marcia. We've got an expert in the room. I think you see what her value is. And I love, love, love that you just give. And so anyways, let's open this up for Q&A. If you've got some questions, if there's something about the presentation that resonated with you, or you need some direction, now is the time to ask Marcia. So go ahead and unmute yourself. And
I have a quick question. Sorry.
I do. So you mentioned Clickfunnels?
Yes.
And do you use Clickfunnels.com, or how do you do those? Because I've been trying to learn about those lately, and I'm just wondering what the best route to go in that direction with is.
Oh, absolutely. So I found Clickfunnels last year at eWomen Conference, and I jumped in wholeheartedly. And what Clickfunnels is it's an online program to help you build a landing page and your marketing pieces, and it helps you drive traffic. This Russell Brunson, I have a crush on this little 40-year-old kid. He's a Mormon, but he's just amazing. He's working with Tony Robbins and Dean Gracioso. He's got some serious people in there. So if you would like an introduction into Clickfunnels, I have, I'm not an affiliate by any means, but I just love it. And he's got some great entry programs, and I can introduce you into that. But what it does is, when you visit my page, Big Profit Strategy, you'll see Clickfunnels in use. So what it does is it gives you, remember how you needed to know code and you needed to have all this funny stuff, and then Mac came out and it was a button you pushed, and it was a click you did, and it was a pull and drag and all this other stuff. that's what ClickFunnels is to me. It gives a really hard, challenging funnel strategy into super easy dummy down stuff that if I can do it, y'all can do it. It's that easy. So send me an email and I will be more than happy to share my wisdom to introduce you into that community. I get no pay for it. It's just my love. And then we can talk about that. All of you, any of you, just send me an invite and I'll show you, I'll take you behind the scenes.
So we're talking clickfunnels.com though, right?
Clickfunnels.com, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a super easy program. Infusionsoft, or what we call Confusionsoft, used to be one. eWeber is another one, but they're so challenging that you have to know all the pieces. ClickFunnels is just a drag and a button, and ta-da, there you go.
That's awesome.
Any other questions?
Yes,
Bianca?
you talked about your podcast. What is the name of the podcast and when is it? I'm sorry.
It's every Tuesday. Actually, as soon as I get off this call, I'm going to go ahead and publish today's. I have a gal who talks about how to change your mindset for getting past those challenges we have, like making sales calls. It's called Profit with a Plan, and it's at profitwithaplan.com. I'm publishing, I believe, episode 58 today. And so I'm always looking for impactful guests that will give and share ideas. So if you know of anybody or you have any interest on it, there's tons of like 58 episodes already.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone
Anybody else?
When you do a podcast, do you know how many people have listened in on your podcast? I mean, is there some kind of metric that you can follow, like I'm doing well, I'm not doing well, or I do, you know?
Yes, we actually share databases when the podcast goes out. I have metrics in the back. It's not a huge following. I don't have thousands of people, but I have hundreds of people that are following it. And so it's cool. You know, it started out as a labor of love. In marketing, we should be visible, right? And so what's a better way to be visible and to give is to share wisdom. And so I started it, and don't listen to the first handful because they suck. But as I evolved out of it and they get better and better and I get better guests, it's so much fun. It really truly is to share this. I learn from it, my guests learn from it, and it's just fun. So
What platform do you host that through?
I used Podbean. They gave me, I think, my first 10 or 15 episodes for free. And I work on a Mac. So Vaughn Foy, who's also an eWomen member, does audio. Send me an email and I'll send his off. But he helped me get my music in the front and back. He helped me fine tune my GarageBand, which is where I produce it. And then I go into iMovie and I produce the YouTube version of it. So I put tags and links and everything on it. Super easy. It took a little while. There was a learning curve, but now I can produce it. I can produce both sections of it in about an hour, maybe a little bit less. I'm getting kind of fast. Then I use free Canva to create my tiles, and you know, I'm all about the cheap.
You put them on YouTube then, after you're done?
I do. I put them on YouTube as well. So I record on Zoom, and then I transfer the audio to my GarageBand and produce it, and then I transfer the video into iMovie, and then I produce it into YouTube. So I am actually looking to brand my YouTube. So within the next couple weeks, I'll probably put out an announcement on Facebook to have you all subscribe to the YouTube so I could have Profit with a Plan on the YouTube section. Right now it's Marcia Riner with a whole bunch of funky letters after it. But if you type in Profit with a Plan, you should be able to see the YouTubes that are up there.
Nice.
Fun stuff. I tell you, marketing is my hobby, you know, and because it's so essential that every single business owner needs it, and they need to have different ideas and strategies to put to work on it, because
Love that,
my
Marcia.
hobby.
about you, because I think that's what attracted me to you as well. And I know we met through eWomen Network. We're both platinum members there. And I mean, it's unusual for someone with a CFP, CFO financial background to also have some marketing genius inside of you. So, I mean,
a lot of it's stolen, but yes.
I know, but you
are
implementing all of those marketing strategies to get your message, to share your passion, and it's working. So I think that's really, really cool. And it's a great example of what each and every one of us on this call can be doing with our businesses as well. You know what I mean? To really drive profitability. Yeah.
And I'm totally willing to share any of my tools and tips and tricks that I use. So reach out to me, and I'm totally, it's not proprietary. You know, I got help, and I'm more than willing to help. So.
Awesome. Yeah. Does anybody else have a question or something you'd like to share, or just some feedback from Marcia as well?
Was this valuable stuff?
Very.
Okay, if I ask you all a question, maybe you can answer me. What did you get out of it? What are you going to go implement, even more importantly, today or tomorrow? What can you take that I've shared today that you can go put into work?
Need a plan.
Right?
Clickfunnels.
Clickfunnels, great. Anybody else?
I love your tagline, every decision is a money decision.
Oh, you know that, right? It really, truly is. Whether you're hiring, you're marketing, you're doing your product, it's all about money because you're in business for money. Anna, how about you? What are you going to do? I'm calling you out. Oh, take you off my mute.
I'm going to review my plan. I mean, we have a plan that we did it at the beginning of the year. And of course, I mean, with this situation, we just let it go. So I just need to go back and to see what I need to change and implement based on the situations that we live in right now.
Love it. Can I suggest that your business plan has a prime real estate space on your desk? This business plan is a living, breathing, tactical document that you should have your hands on all the time. You should be in it every single week.
Yeah.
Did I achieve my goals? KPIs, key performance indicators. Are you using the plan to track whether you're on track? You know, the great thing about it is if you find that you're, let's just use, I want to make 100 calls this week. On Tuesday, you should have made 40 calls. If you haven't made 40 calls, then you better catch up. If you wait till the end of the week and say, I was supposed to make 100 calls and I only made 20, then it's too late. So your business plan should be used on a regular basis in all 5 of those pillars to help you achieve your goals. So I encourage you to put a nice spot, you know, important real estate on your desk, wherever your desk is, and get it out and use it.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Anna. I appreciate it.
A lot of people.
What was that?
I think business plans scare a lot of people. I think they look at it like, how do I predict the future? How do I say, oh, in 6 months, this is where I want to be, and how do I achieve that? And because it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like predicting the future. How do you get there? And so people tend to bury their head in the sand instead of just at least starting on it.
Agreed. And so let's think about it. We all, I know all one way, shape, or form, we've all been on a diet, right?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, right? So
Yeah.
with a diet, we say, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. So then what do you have to do each day to get to that 10 pounds? Even though it's hard to predict that you're going to lose those 10 pounds, there's steps and procedures that you need to take each day to be able to go there. And then you jump on the scale miserably and you go, I'm down only 1 pound today. That's great. I'm one step closer to the next thing. And so a business plan is purely, it's got to be realistic. And so maybe you put a 6 month out there for you, Marianne, and you say, okay, in 6 months, I'd like to be here. Okay, how realistic is it that I'll be there? And maybe I do a lighter goal, or maybe I do a goal that just makes it painful a little bit for me. And then I go for that goal. Now I reverse engineer and design every step I need to take that's going to get me to that goal. Then you execute on each step to get you to that goal. And then at 6 months, if your goal was to have 10 new clients a month, or you know, to make $20,000 more, or whatever the number is that you're trying to achieve in that plan, if you got close, isn't that still a win?
Absolutely.
So I only lost 8 pounds, not 10 pounds. Damn, I'm 8 pounds lighter. You know, it's still a win. So then you start again and you plan for the next 6 months or the next goal that you want to achieve. And it really truly is, you cannot go through life, and more importantly, you can't go through business on a hope and a prayer. I hope I'm going to make some money. I pray someone finds me. It doesn't work. It takes strategies, tactics. A strategy is the design. A tactic is the executional piece that's going to get you there. And you've got to lay those out. So I encourage you all, go dig out that plan, blow the dust off it, get the cobwebs off of it, put it on your desk, and make some plans. And then go after it. And if you need help, please hit me up.
Awesome.
All right. All right. Wow. All I can say is wow, wow, wow. Does anyone have any other questions that they want to ask Marcia?
This is Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
I wanted to just I had to laugh when you talked about the importance of developing a plan, because it's like being a squirrel. And I can so much relate to being a squirrel. The next shiny, ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that. There's another piece. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Oh, you know, and so that can really, I know for me, take me into places that literally diminish then the activity that I'm doing. You know?
Exactly. So here's my thought on squirrels, because I chase squirrels all the time. I even have a little squirrel stuffed animal on my desk to remind me not to chase squirrels. So like I said, your plan is not a straight path. You're going this way, you're going this way, you're going this way, you're going up, you're coming back, you're coming up, you're coming back. The question I ask when a squirrel or shiny object jumps in front of your path, what do? You ask yourself, does this help me achieve my goal faster, less money, and there was a third one that I'm blanking on right now. So just faster and less money. Will it get me there? Will it improve my situation? And if it does, then evaluate how that plan, how that squirrel or shiny object will put into your new plan now.
Okay.
So say it was a podcast. Now you decide you want to be a podcaster. You have to lay out the plan. How does that work for you? How are you going to monetize it? How's it going to impact your business? What's the benefit of it? What's the time constraint? What does it take off my plate? You know, what does it add on to my plate? We talk about platters, right, Carol?
Yes, we do.
I got a buffet of stuff on my plate.
Cool. Well, I would love it if you'd come on back and maybe do a workshop that we could just really spend some time on developing a business strategy. I think that'd be great.
Go to bigprofitstrategy.com, and that's where I have my online workshop.
Oh, okay.
So go check it out. I've got a significant discount. I'm beta testing my live version, or my actual workshop. So I have a significant discount on that right now.
Awesome.
It will quadruple. The price will quadruple after this first round goes through. So
where can we register for your online beta program?
bigprofitstrategy.com.
Perfect.
Yep, it's all in one place.
Faces on it.
Is
yes.
it bigprofitstrategies.com?
No strategies. I'll show you again.
Marianne, do you mind
let me share real quick.
typing that in the chat box?
It's
Oh, there we
strategy.
go. Yeah, so everybody take a snapshot of that, of this, how to contact Marcia and work with Marcia. And you all will be receiving the video replay. And that way you can rewatch this program. I know there was a lot of meat here, but it really is a process putting together your strategy. And I just love how Marcia, I mean, it really is simple. I mean, you've laid it all out, and now it's just a matter of diving in and putting in this a business plan and a strategy. And I also loved, because I recently just created my 5-year business plan, and I am all about analyzing where I'm at, you know, like quarterly, every 90 days, we should be taking a look. And I just love the fact that you said, make this it's like a living, breathing document, right? And it should be on your desktop. I mean, it should be on your desk, visible, and really looking at that weekly as you're making decisions on where to invest your time, energy, and money. And is it going to impact your business? I know I chase little squirrels all the time. And I've wasted a lot. There's been a lot of time suckers, money suckers.
We all have.
Yeah, and it's been a growing, it's part of the growth. But I know right now more than ever, we really need to just stay focused, hunker down, and put together a strategy and a plan, and then execute it. Yeah.
Agree. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you,
Reach
Marcia.
out to me, anybody. I would love to talk with you. And again, my philosophy is give, and then I ask. So
Well,
if you found value in it, then it becomes a no-brainer. So.
All right. Well, thank you again, Marcia. We're going to stay on for another 30 minutes just to do some networking. You're welcome. There you go. I was going to say you're welcome to join us, or if you have to jump on your podcast program, we understand. But thank you again.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I would love to hear how everyone is doing. I know. Let's give a big hand of applause. Thank you so much. I mean, this was just awesome. Right up my alley. And I know that's the goal here at beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com, really to bring education, information, and resources to everybody. We should all have access to this type of programming that will help us make us better individuals and better business owners as well. So I think it looks like we're down to 10 individuals. Normally I would break us out into a breakout room. I think I'll go ahead and do that anyway. You'll be 5 in a room. And really what I'd like for you to do today, or the assignment, is just your name and your business. And then what are you doing right now to adapt, innovate, and transform your business? Especially after listening to Marcia's presentation. What are you doing right now? And because I think if you just say, if you can identify what you're doing or what do you think you need to be doing, I think that'll be really helpful, where now you can take a look at the business strategy and planning that was just shared by Marcia today and start working on it. So have some fun. And also, so those are your 2 assignments. I'm going to add one more. What are you grateful for? I really want us all to step back and think about all the goodness that we have in our lives, because regardless of what's going on in the world, yes, we're changing. The world is changing, right? And we've got to adapt, innovate, and transform and change with the times. But if we just step back and think about all the things that are going good in our lives, it'll make this whole transition so much more enjoyable and easier on ourselves. So, and we do have the little things in life that we can be grateful for. So I will.
Did Carol disappear for all of you too?
I think we're going to go to breakout meetings.
Yeah, but she kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Maybe she was having some internet trouble. I know she was having some this morning as well, if you saw her Facebook Live post.
Maybe there's only 2 breakout rooms and we're like, oh, there we go, some joint breakout room 2.
Well, hi, Tiffany.
I eat while the first section's going on, so I don't want to look at myself in the camera shoving my face.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just so glad that you're here and participating with us this week. And I hope you got some great value with today's presenter.
Oh, yeah. One day I'm going to figure out what it is I really want to do with my life, and all these classes are going to be so much in handy.
I know. I'm an avid learner. I'm always taking webinars, classes, and I'm always learning. And I think we should be.
Oh, yeah. I just don't, I wish I could get paid to just learn.
Yeah.
What job is that?
I know, me too. Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope you received some great value with Marcia Riner. And I feel like I've got so much to now think about. And where am I at currently in my business, and where I know where I want to go, but do I have some of these systems and planning and strategies in place? So I know my head feels like it's getting ready to explode, but it's all good stuff. I'm super, super pumped and excited. Does anyone have any takeaways that they'd like to share before we log off?
I just thought that that the whole concept of having a business plan and, you know, like figuring value for your customer. I mean, I wrote a bunch of notes down, like some of the key things she said. That I thought we're all, you know, it's like I'm saying to myself, why don't you have that? I have a chalkboard back here. I should have like written down stuff, and it's like, why don't I have like a 5-month plan and a 1-year, you know, all that good stuff. So time to get busy, time to get more work on the plate, you know, like the old saying goes.
Right. I know I absolutely loved, really for me, it was the value marketing, and that's give, and make an online offer, especially right now with everything with the new world and the new way of doing business. We all need to somehow figure out how to utilize online more, and whether it's an evergreen program or just providing, you know, education and tips, and so that people see you and they go, oh my gosh, Tiffany, God, that just resonated with me. I really should give her a call. You know what I mean? So I totally see that. And then reevaluating your game plan. I'm like, yeah, I need to really sit down and take a look at my strategy as well, and game plan, and ways that I can move into different directions. I know it's not a straight path. It hasn't been a straight path. Anyone else?
And it shouldn't be a straight path. Sometimes you have to stop, reevaluate which road you're going down, and what the needs of your clients or the market is, and be willing to adjust that path instead of sticking to what in your mind is the correct path to go down.
Right.
I have a quick question. Tiffany, how are things going for you? We didn't see you earlier on, but now we see you. But
I was shoving my face with my lunch.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm struggling during all of this. I'm very open and transparent. It's been hard to focus on marketing to get prospects and call them, and during this, and nobody wants to talk about insurance on a normal circumstance, let alone now. So it's been, and I might just be putting that in, I might be projecting that, I don't know, because I've been struggling with it, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, you're not.
I'll get online and say that, but not yet.
No, I'm glad.
But you're not alone, really. I mean, I think we all are. I mean, even myself, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, what can I do? What do I have control over? And, you know, and even like creating this virtual business week, you know, I thought, okay, this is what I truly feel that small business owners, entrepreneurs need: information, education, resources, and a way to stay connected too. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, put it out there, create the marketing, create the event, the marketing materials, align up the speakers, and get it out there into the world. The right people are going to show up, and I hope they get value. And then, as Marianne said, it's not a straight shot. You know, after this week, I now have something tangible that I can say, okay, what went right, what could I do in the future to make it even a better type of an experience, a better event, and improve upon. So I just want you to know you're not alone. I think we're all like hunkered down at home, sheltering in place and working alone for the majority of the time. So I'm like, it's such a joy to see all your beautiful faces here, because it can be like trying, do you know what I mean? Be at home by yourself, trying to figure out ways to keep the lights on and to keep working. So, yeah.
Well, Tiffany, I'll say one thing. You've got a great product, and you know what that product is? You.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I totally agree with that.
I just got to keep that in mind.
I've met you, and I know you, and I don't know you that well, but I mean, I met you from a videographer standpoint, and I know you can turn it on when you want to. So you have a great product.
Oh, thank you. I just got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And I'll just come and do things like that and just be reminded.
Put something on your desk, write a little note or something if you're frustrated, saying, I like myself, or I'm a great product. I'm a wonderful product. Because these records we keep hearing over and over. You turn on the news, you turn on this. It's like these records over and over. They tell us stuff. We're not successful. Things aren't going well. People are getting sick. People are dying over and over and over. It's like you just want to get out there and shoot yourself. It's like don't do it. Don't give in. Remember, there's 325 million people in the United States of America.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yes, exactly. That keeps me going too, Jim. I mean,
car rejection. I mean, like I sold cars for 25 years. I was very successful in the car business.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we used to talk about is the power of no, and learning to love no, because none of us want to hear no. I mean, we don't like to be rejected. We rejected when our parents said no. We didn't want to hear it. When our teachers said no, none of us had courage to ask that first person out on a date because we were afraid they're going to say no. And we built this up. The problem is we built that into our business model of how we think, because we think we don't like to hear no, but no, you can never get to yes unless you hear no. So no should be like music to your ears.
Yeah.
Like you have to make it a fun game. Like, oh, they just said no. That's great. Yeah, I heard no again. Hey, all right, I'm hearing no. Because if you don't hear no, you're never going to get to yes unless you hear no at least 20 times or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
I know it's not easy, but hang in there.
Bonnie, how are you doing about all of this time?
I am doing probably about the same as everyone. So I've been using the time and more training, playing with lighting and what I need to do to better stay online, because it seems like in some instances, that's where we're going to stay even when we can go out. A lot of the world is just changing to online business. And so trying to get, during this time, more comfortable with that and getting ideas of who to be contacting for speaking. And
Right.
Remember they used to say the internet was a fad.
Right.
Yeah. And how about you, Laura?
Well, I wanted to share that I thought just having the quick breakout room, those are just always so, just so much like right up my alley. Just to be able to connect with people and hear that, we're grateful, and, my kids jumped in the call, and, and that's just the way it is. And I think 2 of the 3 came in, and it's hard. And there's been days where it's really hard and days where, you learn to adapt and
Right.
And I love that we play a game. We see how many no's we can get sometimes. It's a fun thing to do. But yeah, no, I just appreciate you, having me on. I got the message and was like, I'll be there.
Great. I'm glad.
It's taken a lot of times because my kids take my phone. So people, I miss messages, but then I get them later. But I got this one, so I appreciate you letting me be here, and hoping to jump back on the rest, one of the times this week. So.
No, I'm glad you're here, Laura. If you all don't know, Laura Rollins is going to be heading up our chapter lead in Indianapolis. So I'm excited for her to start representing Beautiful Faces Going Places and leading some online networking events and in-person events when we can start meeting in person. And yeah, so I'm glad she was able to join us just to see how the breakout rooms work. And today I think we had more people online for the training, and then I saw some individuals had to log off for other meetings and things. So, you know, sometimes we're going to have, you know, 12 to 20 people in, you know, for virtual networking, and other times there'll be more and less. But I always say the show must go on. It doesn't matter if 5 people, 10 people, 20 people show up. Deliver the value, and the right people will be there and get the message, and they all deserve the value that's been planned for. So that's one of my things I always say. The show must go on and deliver to the best of your ability. So
one thing that I've found too, and depending on not everyone's business, but you know, crossing state lines never would have been a thought or an action, because I live here and I have this territory, and I go around in Indianapolis, and
yes,
I have business partners in Ohio. So it's crazy. So that's really been a cool thing. If you can cross state lines, we've got a lot of people over here that you can talk to.
Right. I cross straight lines to visit my sister, to go buy Aldi's wine because we can't get it here in Kentucky.
Oh.
wow.
So it's like, what is this? Am I breaking rules just to?
Well, if I travel to Kentucky, I can drop off some Aldi's wine for you.
That would be perfect.
Aw, Mary, how are you doing? Mary Ann Chadbourne, it's good to see you. I'll just unmute you real quick. There you go. Hi. So you've got the Zoom link for the week?
Okay, could you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm muted. Okay. Right now I'm working on things like, you know, getting more customers, trying to build up my team.
Yeah.
I'm trying different ways. I've been making phone calls and also going on the internet.
Right.
Being friends with people on the internet, trying to build up relationships on the internet first.
Yeah.
And it's been a little struggle. I've been struggling right along, you know, so.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot about this business plan, so I think I need to get myself a business plan down. Like, you know, it's an easy model to do. You know, the business model is not difficult. It's a lot better than from years ago.
Yeah.
And I need to get a business plan down to figure out how I'm going to get there, besides doing the phone calls and the.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Well, it sounds like we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to figure out, okay, next steps and how do we make the most out of this time. And I just want to say thank you for joining us today. I hope you got a lot of great value. And tomorrow we're changing it up. Angie Thompson is going to be doing a training on your 60-second commercial in 60 seconds. And I'm going to help facilitate that as well, because I do have some tips on networking online and networking in person. So, but we're going to do a happy hour. So we start at 5 o'clock. And so show up with your favorite beverage. It could be whatever you like to drink, but it's going to be a happy hour. You know, when I was running a chamber of commerce, my favorite thing was business after hours and happy hours, because those were just my favorite, because I got to see everybody in person, which was cool, and, you know, have a glass of wine, and it was just casual and so much more informal. So we're going to focus on that tomorrow. We need to have some fun too. That's all I have to say. So hope to see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock. And please continue to share the Eventbrite. If you know somebody that would find value in what we have to offer, tickets are still available. They'll get the replays. They can come and play with us for the rest of the week. And we're all about just helping small business owners and entrepreneurs. So share the event, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Thanks so much.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Carol, do you have a minute to stay on for a second?
Sure. Let me wrap this up.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.